everyone, I'm Cathy from Pastel Needle. I do home and lifestyle sewing and embroidery items, and today we are cracking on with the coasters. So see these? So I made those a couple of weeks ago and I'm going to try and make a bulk of those today, and we're also going to try out some more rope coasters because as you can see behind me, I've made a jelly roll rug that's embroidered, that says welcome, and we're going to try and turn these into more coasters today. I have tried my best to make some previously and it's just about improving this process, and this time I'll try and show you a bit better than last week's video about how to start these coasters off. There's two different ways and we're going to give both a go. So come and join me while we embroider some coasters and we sew some coasters today. So guys, I've got the coaster running right now. This one is still not a saleable one because I've ended up overhooking the black, anti-slip on it. So we'll see how this one turns out. I'll keep it, and hopefully, fingers crossed, the next one will actually be a saleable item. I have got the noise cancelling on my microphone, so I'm hoping you can hear me over the embroidery machine, but we'll see. I now have my ropes that I made. Check this video out if you want to see how I made them. However, I didn't on my last video when I was making this gorgeous embroidered rope rug, I tried to show you how to do the beginning, but I ended up using my old phone, and my old phone has a really poor megapixel on it, so it didn't come out quite right. So I'm going to show you right now how I do my start-offs for the rope rug and for a coaster. So there's two different ways, so I'm going to show you both. So this is the inside of my rug, and it's up to you which way you want to have your rug items. You could either have the seam on the outside showing, which is the same as the rug that I've done, or you can have the flat side showing. It's honestly up to you in terms of how you want to do it, and it depends how much length you want to have will determine how long your rug or coaster will be. So I'm going to do a circular coaster. So with this one, all I need to do is actually turn the actual rope itself. So when I say that, 1 inch to start with this particular one, and we just literally want to curve it around till we get to that 1 inch mark. And so you need to always make sure you have plenty of slack So you can either just twist it like that. It's just like literally a curve over with some wrinkles in it. I've literally just curved it, and I can sew down the centre. That's it. That's all I need to do with this particular one, and I'll show you how this comes out. We're just going to do a zigzag stitch down the middle. That's all the way up. And my setting's the same as my previous video, so you feel free to go and watch that. Once it's centred on, and that should be about right. So that's the very start. I've just crimped it up, and I've just done a zigzag stitch down. Now I'm going to pin, and we're going to go and turn this around. So let's get some pins. This side. That's what it looks like. So we've gone around and I've pinned it all, and like I say, you don't force it. If there's any little gaps, that's okay, because as you go around, the fabric will flatten as well as the batten inside. So only little gaps, and you've just got to be careful with it. So I've already sewn down, and now I'm going to sew around. You need to make sure with the zigzag we're across all of it. We should always end on the right hand side, because if we don't, when we're spinning, it's going to come off. So just go nice and slow. And like I say, you need to get both sides. Now, not my best because it's curving bit. I'm just going to put it on the heat press, and then you can have a look. So guys, this is the one I've just made. I have had to heat press it. This is a nice coaster. I don't know about the back. I might try and get a circular cut for the back, and then I can just sew it in so it doesn't move around. But it's so cute, look at it. I'm not embroidering these ones. Look. And then get my big cup. And we just go, ba-dang. So we've got one coaster down, and we're going to get on with the other 4. So the other way is actually to make it a bit longer and do like 1.5 to start, which is similar to the rug. So I'm thinking on the other ones I'll show you how to do the house peak. So like I said, this was just turning and going round and just making sure that you're leaving enough room for the so the fabric can lay flat. So let's do the next one on the next style. Face it down like this. I've got my seams on that side, my flat seam on that side, and then we're going to turn it over the top of itself at a 90-degree angle, and then we're going to turn under itself at a 90-degree angle. And this time we've made a tiny little, what I want to say is a little triangle hat, and we're going to sew down the centre of that, and it's going to be the same process of going around as before. I've got a tiny bit of bowling in this one. It's not as bad as the other one, so I'm just going to go and flatten this one as well. So guys, I've done 2 of the coasters. I've done one that's just 1 inch curve around, so that's this one, which is so cute. That's the 1 inch curve around, and then this is the 1.5 inch hat. So when I say hat, it's the very starting point. So you create a hat. I do find this one easier to start with. Just curve it under and curve it under and go round. So this is the 1.5 inch, and it gives you all the oval shape, whereas this gives you the circle shape. So I'm thinking I'm going to do the hat on the 1 inch if I can. See if it's not too fiddly. And so we're going to do that on the next set. So we're going to try and we're going to do the brown. Not really a fan of brown personally, but there's cute little flowers on it. For these actual ropes, I made them out of a strip from Amazon, so the strips are available if you look at my description below in terms of availability of the ones that I've used. They can do different colours, but I've ordered that roll twice and it's exactly the same strips that are in it. So let's crack on with doing a hat on a circular coaster. All the same size cut, I think 37 inches. So guys, I've been able to do this one as well. So this is the circle hat one. I think it's roughly about the same in terms of the quality as the original one. So the only thing, because it has a little hat on it, it does overlap in the centre, just there, just slightly. So I'm kind of thinking, I think I might have to keep with this one where it's just a straight stitch down. So I'm going to carry on with it. This one is going to have way forward, so it's only 1 inch up. And we're going to go round without the little hat, because I think the little hat was okay. It's okay for the stability in the rug, because you can't see it as much. It needs more in that. So, but with this, I'm definitely going to be doing it more like this way. So I prefer the circular to the oval. So I'm not going to be doing the oval ones. So the circular ones I'm going to keep with, and instead of doing the hat like I did on the oval one, which I preferred on the oval, I'm going to just be doing the zigzag stitch straight down on a 1 inch measurement. So, and you just basically go around, and I'm going to do one more that will hopefully be this set. I'm not going to be selling this set because they're still not quite right, and they're all different shapes. So I'm hoping that the next set I'll do will be fine, and then I'll be able to actually do the next run with proper sets to sell. And then hopefully I'll have the mug lugs ready as well. The first one is almost dry because you have to use wash away stabilizer, so you spray it down to get rid of the old stabilizer that's on it. So when that's dry, hopefully the other one that's now embroidery in will be ready. With the other one, I have put some cutaway stabilizer in that will make it more stable and less floppy. So we're going to see how that gets on, but for now let's crack on with the circular coaster with rope at 1 inch with no hat, just a curve. So let's crack on. So guys, I've been able to create my little circle one, which is pretty cute. Still got a couple of issues with them. I don't want to sell them till they're right. So in terms of this one, I've still got a bit too much curling. So So I'm thinking with the curling, I'm just going in around the corners a bit too tight. And some of it, I seem to have even, like here, look, just a bit too tight, just a bit too poppy out. So practice makes perfect. And now I'm gonna have a load of second coasters when I'm done and ready. These will be dirt cheap when they go on, because like I say, these are all just draft test runs. I'm still gonna need to do a circle for the back. I think I do have my back in, and I think I also have circle cutters as well. So I've got these, well, they're not cutters, they're just guides. I'm thinking 4-inch backing. Yeah, like a 4-inch circle backing on the back so they don't slip and slide. So put that on, put it on the my backing that I'm using on the mug rugs, and then hopefully that will go on the back. I don't know whether I'll sew it or glue it on. Sew it or glue it on. I have to think about that. I might just sew them on. But this is probably my nicest, my favourite. I've gone a bit too tight, and I can see where I've gone too tight. You can see how here it's lumped up, and it's because I've pushed against it, which is quite annoying. You see right there? I've gone too pushy towards the actual, to the inner one. But that's okay. Like I say, drafts, great to start with. We figure out the size that we prefer, which is the circle ones. Oval ones, not a fan. Circle ones I like. So circle ones, and we've decided what style. So we're not having the hat, we're just having the straight seam, and the seam is just going to go all the way around. But like I say, practice makes perfect. And I'll bring out the mug rugs in hopefully a couple of minutes as well, because they're almost ready. Right guys, so we've had a blast today. We started off with coasters, and we decided to start with doing an oval or a circle. So these how they came out. So I decided I don't really like the oval, looks a bit of an odd shape. So we decided to stick with the circle. So with the circle, I want to decide how to start the inner section off, whether to do a little triangular hat to start with, or just do plain up and down zigzag. So I think the up and down zigzag looks better than the little hat. Also, let me know in the comments below which one you think. Still think I'm going to go for that one. So they all equal 4.5 inches approximately by 4.5 inches approximately. So giving it a go, but there's some areas that I'm still not happy with, so they're still not for sale, but trying, drafting, and when I'm happy with it, we'll get a batch on for sale. So we definitely have quite a few coasters now in terms of drafts, so seconds they'll be great for, but for now, they're going in my draft pile. Oh, it's so cute though. I love all the designs. If you like these designs, these were part of a jelly roll rug that was behind me, which I didn't think these really went with that rug. So I've decided to just use them as draft work. So we'll put them to one side for now. So the second thing we did today was going over the mug rugs. So the first ones we did the other week were these ones, which you would have also seen in the previous video. So there was one that said Cozy. There's one with my initials. And then there was a blank one. So these ones, the first two are quite floppy, as you can see. They're fine, but they're quite floppy. And there was no backing on them because I didn't have the backing at the time. So I decided, you know, they're still good to have, but obviously these weren't for sale, and it's the case of they were just draft work. So it was those ones. And then I decided to put some interfacing on the back. So this one is a lot more firmer, as you can see. This was from the other week as well. But this was also just a draft because no backing to stop them from sliding. So today we've done them. I did them without the interfacing to start with because I got the backing. So I've got the backing, so the non-slip little rubber, little pellet bits, I guess. And I tried two different styles. So there was one that just had the wash away interfacing, but the other one also had cutaway interfacing. I also accidentally caught the, they caught it in the machine, so obviously this was no good anyway. But I do like this design. This was some actual fabric I got from Aldi. I just saw it, thought it was cute. Fat quarters, give it a go. Can't do any harm. So I can do these as mix and matchy designs. But these are just plain ones. These aren't for sale either because look, they're just a bit floppy. Let me know if you like the floppy ones, because I'm trying to think, because they're a bit more pliable, whether or not they might be better, because they're still not going to slip and slide. So I don't know, can't make my mind up. I think whether I might sell them as different rates. So there might be ones that are a cheaper version because they don't have the interfacing in. So I'll have a think about that. Let me know in the comments below whether or not you think I should sell the floppy ones. Right, now this is, I'd guess, would be the premium one. So as you can see, very little in terms of floppage in comparison. So these are the ones with the interfacing in. They are plumper, more plush, and like I said, they've got the backing on as well. So in terms of these, they have the rubber backing, they have stabilizer, they have the interfacing, they have the whole sew as well as the top fabric. So there's a lot of work that goes into something like this. And sometimes I do question whether or not it's economically viable, but look how cute it is. Like, it's such a lovely design. Once again, the embroidery design is by Juju. The link is in the description below. The fabric was from Aldi. The thread is Bro Threads. And I think these are really lovely. As a set, I think I'm happy with doing the premium set as the first sets for sale, but they probably will be mix and match fabrics. So yeah, I hopefully this time next week, I'm hoping, I think I said this last week, I was hoping to get a set, but obviously not gonna happen. So next week, I'm hoping I can just run through these now. I'm happy with I'm happy with how it's set up, that I can just make some blanks and then offer maybe the initials on them or the cosy insignia at the bottom as well. So that hopefully may happen next week. And if it does, it will be on my next Sunday video. Hopefully we'll have these ready to go next week. I don't know if I'm gonna get all the imperfections of these done. Fingers crossed I will. And if not, then it'll be probably another week, and fingers crossed it'll be done for then. But for now, guys, thank you for joining me today watching mug rugs and strip coasters. I can't even. Mug rugs and strip coasters. And we're gonna perfect them and we're gonna get them great. So join me at 8 PM next week, GMT time, to see whether or not I can actually get a bundle ready for sale. See you then, guys. I've been Cathy for the Pastel Needle. Take care. Bye.